Hello, what's up? I hope you're all okay and doing great. As you know, that in our last video we were talking about neurological disorder and nervous system, and it was not completed. And I told you that we will be continuing it in our future videos. So here is the other part of it. And we were talking about the neurons and the nervous system, and let's continue with it. As we know that the neuron is the building block of the nervous system, and the nervous system is composed of more than 100 billion cells known as neurons. A neuron is a cell in the nervous system whose function is to receive and transmit information. As you can understand that neurons are made up of three major parts: a cell body or soma, which contains the nucleus of the cell and keeps the cell alive, a branching tree-like fiber known as the dendrite, which collects information from other cells and sends the information to the soma, and a long segmented fiber known as the axon, which transmits information away from the cell body toward other neurons or to the muscles or glands. Some neurons have hundreds or even thousands of dendrites, and these dendrites may themselves be branched to allow the cell to receive information from thousands of other cells. The axons are also specialized, and some, such as those that send messages from the spinal cord to the muscles in the hands or feet, may be very long, even up to several feet in length. To improve the speed of their communication and to keep their electrical charge from shorting out with other neurons, axons are often surrounded by a myelin sheath. The myelin sheath is a layer of fatty tissue surrounding the axon of a neuron that both act as an insulator and allows faster transmission of the electrical signal. Axons branch out toward their ends, and at the tip of each branch is a terminal button. Now we know that neurons communicate using electricity and chemicals. So the nervous system operates using an electrochemical process. An electrical charge moves through the neuron itself, and chemicals are used to transmit information between neurons. Within the neuron, when a signal is received by the dendrites, it's transmitted to the soma in the form of an electrical signal. And if the signal is strong enough, it may be passed on to the axon and then to the terminal buttons. And if the signal reaches the terminal buttons, they are signaled to emit chemicals known as neurotransmitters, which communicate with other neurons across the spaces between the cells, known as synapses. Now let's talk a little bit about the myelin sheath and the nodes of Ranvier. The axon is segmented by a series of breaks between the sausage-like segments of the myelin sheath. Each of these gaps is a node of Ranvier. The electrical charge moves down the axon from segment to segment in a set of small jumps, moves from node to node. When the action potential occurs in the first segment of the axon, it quickly creates a similar change in the next segment, which then stimulates the next segment, and so forth as the positive electrical impulse continues all the way down to the end of the action. As each new segment becomes positive, the membrane in the prior segment closes up again, and the segment returns to its negative resting potential. In this way, the action potential is transmitted along the axon towards the terminal buttons. The entire response along the length of the axon is very fast. It can happen up to 1,000 times each second. An important aspect of the action potential is that it operates in an all or nothing manner. What this means is that the neuron either fires completely, such that the action potential moves all the way down the axon, or it doesn't fire at all. Thus, neurons can provide more energy to the neurons down the line by firing faster, but not by firing more strongly. Furthermore, the neuron is prevented from repeated firing by the presence of a refractory period, a brief time after the firing of the axon in which the axon cannot fire again, because the neuron has not yet returned to its resting potential. So this was a discussion about our nervous system, and in this there was title neurons communicate using electricity and chemicals, and then we talked about a little bit about, of course, about the myelin sheath and the nodes of Van Veer. And of course, this is a little bit tough topic, my friends, but without understanding this topic, we cannot be got further to psychology, because to understand, to read the behavior of people, we have to understand the brain functions, the nervous system, and these both include all of this study. In the next audio, we will be continuing with the same topic, of course, because there is a lot for us to be understood. So I am trying my best to make it easy as possible for you to understand easily. I hope you're understanding it. I hope it's really easy for you to understand, to get it. And thank you for listening to me. If you like my work, please support me by subscribing my channel, liking my videos, please, because I need encouragement to get further and to be with you in this journey of psychology, understanding psychology, understanding human behaviors. Thank you for listening to me. Bye.